Hello guys, this is some exercises that we practice or that we need to practice um, to study for the test, okay, for the second test. So it's important to remember these four tenses, okay, and the structure of each one of them. So, for example, in this case, we need to work with simple present, present progressive, will, future, going to. Okay. And for this sentence, we can work with this vocabulary that maybe comes on the test. Okay. Remember that we already talked about traveling vocabulary. So we can work with luggage, travel, sightseeing, suitcase, tickets, money, passport, immigration form for a travel agency. Also, we can work with another kind of nouns, right? But well, let's see the practice. So first of all, how are we going to use simple present? Remember that simple present is the action that you normally do, like an habit, right? For example, I always take a shower. My mom always cooks in the kitchen. My friends um, study a lot. Okay, so remember that in simple present, you have to use the action in two forms. If it is I, you, we, and they, the actions stay in the base form. I work, we work, they work. But if you are working with he, she, or it, that is the third form of the action, you need to use the conjugated form of the action, and we're going to add an s to the verb, okay? Like these exercises, okay? For example, we have I, you, or he, or Robert is the same. Susan or she is the same. Lucas, it, we, you, and they, okay? So I work, you work, we work, they work. And it's the same with the rest of the actions, with hate, with travel, with dances, with swim, with look, watch, etc. All the actions, you are going to use it without an S, okay? This information, we already saw it in English 1 and also English 2. It's important to review it. So remember that for I, we, you, they, and they, the action stay in the base form. And if you are working with the third form of the singular, like Devani, like Iris, like Raul, or like a pet, a city, a thing, the action is going to have an S. It doesn't mean that it's in plural. It means that you're working with the third form of the singular, okay? That's why I put here some information. I work, you work, he works, Susan works, okay, and they work. Or I dance, you dance, Susan dances, we dance. Or I eat, you eat, Robert eats, they eat, and the rest of the actions is the same. So remember, if it is he, she, or it, he, she, or it, the action is going to have an S, okay? Then, when we talk about present progressive, is the action that is at the moment speaking, and we're going to work with ing. Progressive and continuous is the same. So present continuous or present progressive works with ing and also with the verb to be, okay? I am traveling, we are traveling, they are traveling. So we need the pronoun and then the verb to be and then any action with ing. Okay, all the actions are going to be with ing. But we're going to work with singular form with am or is, and for plural form with are. Okay. Then if you're are working with will it's to talk about the future. And will as an auxiliary goes with all the pronouns, all the names. You can work in singular and plural with will, and then the action after will has to be in the base form. I will go, they will cook, she will watch, etc. All the actions are going to be in the base form, okay? And with future going to happens the same with the present progressive or present continuous. Remember that every time that you're working with ing and you're talking about future, ing goes with the verb to be, am or is in singular and are for, am or is in singular and are for plural. Jam is going to study a lot in the afternoon, okay? Or Iris and Clau are going to eat hamburgers, okay? So it's important that you remember that ing goes with the verb to be, okay? Then this is, as we were saying, this is for practice. Then we talk about Rita's trip abroad. This comes on lesson 4 or something like that in unit 1, okay? So according to this information, okay, we have some questions, okay? Of course, they are already answered, but it's important that you practice. So try to erase the question, the answers, okay? Read the information and try to answer it again, okay? For example, we can ask, what was this person traveling to Asia? Yes, no, or we don't know. Of course, it's no because she was traveling to USA, to Washington, okay? Can we can ask, was the first time for traveling to USA for the character? Yes, no, or we don't know. Remember that it was her first time, okay? So try to review it, okay, by reading again information, okay, to answer these questions. Then we talk about past continuous. Past continuous, okay, remember that it's not am, is, or are. Now we're going to work with was and were. Was for singular, were for plural. This is an action that was happening before, okay? For example, she was traveling, okay? Or she was visiting her relatives, or she was visiting her aunt and uncle. And if it is negative, instead of was, we're going to work with was not or wasn't. And if it is plural, we're going to work with were for singular and weren't for plural, weren't for negative. I'm sorry. Was is for singular, was not or wasn't is for singular in negative, and were is for plural. Were is for plural, and then were not is for plural, but in a negative form, okay? Then, in another question, and another activity, we have to complete this information, okay? We have here different answers. The Broadway performance of Dogs was fantastic, and we have different answers. So we have to select one here and another one here. And this is to remember that after we have here an adjective like fantastic, like wonderful, and after the adjective we have to use the infinitive form: to watch, to stay, to sleep, to cut, to run, etc. Okay? For example, the Broadway performance of Dogs was fantastic to watch. The music was wonderful to listen to. Okay? And the same happens with this one. It was very nice of you to have us. O sea, es una forma de decir, fue muy agradable que nos hayas invitado a cenar, que nos hayas tenido para cenar, ¿ok? Y lo mismo sucede con Tommy's dad is very interested to talk to, o sea que es muy interesante para hablar con él, ¿ok? Y en un video aparte, we're going to talk about impersonal statements in an extra video, okay? So you can know what is this topic about, okay? So I'm going to leave you more information of practice, okay, of the frequency adverbs, okay, and also here.